here, and we're working our way down there. And of course, Hazel's having her toy thrown and her arms around, just like she enjoys. I literally do feel like I'm gonna pull my arm out of the socket. Just I was wondering what the hell that feeling was, but actually now I realize exactly what it is. Okay, so we've been talking a lot about making sure that you guys are doing whatever you can do when you don't have things to do, such as this, staying busy, making sure to really just look around and make sure that all of your things and loose ends are all cleaned up before sitting down and just really honestly thinking to yourself, like, you are so damn bored. Are you really, though? Because a lot of times there's a lot more to do. Birds freaking kind of cool. Crazy motherfuckers. It is so cool, motherfuckers. We'll do a little miniature read. And take a little teeny break with smoke. Yep, that's what I mean though. A lot of you guys, you may not realize, or girls may not realize, maybe like the opposite gender can actually do a lot of the opposite gender shit. Then, and you need to make sure you at least need to know that you know how to do that much stuff. Because it's not cute if you don't know how to do even what your girlfriend or boyfriend knows how to do. If it's like the opposite gender, at least then, you know, it's a blessing or it's like an extra. It's like a, it's just an extra if somebody knows how to do the other stuff. Kind of like big on gender roles a little bit, just because that it should at least be like the basics. You don't have to like make it mandatory, but you should at least know how to do it. Hello, is it right where the candies are? Isn't it right where the candies are? I like doing it with pretty much like cleaning and doing. I like doing all the actual shit. Actually, I'm a nerd. I like to do everything except for listen to people bitch. Anyway, just if you want to hold for a second, I'm just gonna do a little read. Dude, it's looking good. I planted it like this, dude. I put a few thousand in there. And then I bought all trees and had to move around and we had them all down on that one strip. Instead of, it's really like all the tiers of the hills. So mostly you just start to realize when you buy a house on a hill. Then obviously if you do anything in front of the fucking house on the hill, it's gonna start moving forward. So it's not a good idea. Don't bother getting with a Mexican, or if you're Mexican, maybe don't get with a white girl because either way you guys are gonna go self fucking crazy. You might start taking yours right in front of the house. A piece like Dara, when you dig a hole, if you fill it with water, it's gonna come forward and into my home. I was like, and then and later on I started to realize like he was dead ass serious. Like, what the fuck was I even thinking, digging a big ass hole right in front of the house and right in front of his? I bet all the neighbors were just like, what the fuck? One thing you'll want to check for when you get a house is after the dirt. Usually half of it's brought in dirt, sand, and so it's not stable. It's gonna keep slipping forward, slipping forward, slipping forward. You're gonna need to get a retainer wheel, and those things are chunky. They're probably like in between 10 and 20,000, depending on how long your house is. Some of you guys are gonna work on some inner growth. It looks like some of you guys might actually have. It looks like this week there's been a few different things that have been being blocked as far as people's goals for like your manifestations go. Some of you guys had some opportunities that actually just didn't work out for you, and it's because you have some inner work to do, you have shadow work to do. So we're gonna find out what it's about. I see that it's actually a positive thing. It's to help you see yourself as a higher value. It says that they want you to hold off on creating your vision at this time. You're working on grace. You're working on being yourself. And you could have also just went through like a very serious breakup for some of you guys. There could have been plans of marriage or marriage that actually did occur, and it just didn't work out the way that you thought it would. Basically, there's a family separation, and there's just people. There could have been up to three people or more in the home, and I see that all of you guys have to go separate ways. And it's just very confusing for you guys at this time, and you don't know really where you are, or who you are, or where you stand with these things. That's why it's another good reason not to do your vision right now. You have to do the shadow work for this matter at hand. Some of you guys really want to be married, or maybe you really want to be successful, and that's why I'm saying that you need to realize that you need to understand like how to receive abundance and how to feel abundance. It says that you're unlimited and what you create is unlimited. So some of you guys are following the path of another person and they may be actually directing you and it's saying that's what you're going to create that's unlimited. It's not what they're telling you to do. Some of you guys are also going to have somebody take credit for your work or you already did, or but that's been a big message all week. You're learning how to actually channel into your eternal self. So you have been coming up very strong energy this week, guys. You guys have this card a few times. This card, a lot of you guys just have a very powerful purpose here, beyond anything that I've ever actually thought about. And I could say it's 5D or it's even bigger. You guys seem like some of you guys have a different God in our group than Jesus' dad, and so that's fine with me. I don't mind what God anybody follows, but I almost feel like you're a group of theirs. And so you guys have a lot of power within you. I don't know much about your God or something going to change between you guys in the fall. Um, Maybe we feel like the love started to, yeah, just fall apart. It says remains unknown. You are still troubled a little bit. I was just going to tell you that the reason I feel like your love fell apart is because God needed to get directly to you. And so he'll actually remove things from our lives, even if they're good. So, time pretty much for you seems like it changes when the time of like, it seemed like you have a purpose on this earth almost for God that wasn't up to him. It was, yeah, it was, you don't know how hard it was to let you go. Every one of you knows how hard it was to let you go in this actual breakup right here. For some of you, you just felt like there was something you had to do. Um, you could have felt financially manipulated, but I do want to tell you again, the main thing here is that you were being called in a different direction. You couldn't really understand what you were feeling. So you put that name on what you thought was going on. Go the fucking lay down, dickweed. Fuck. Give me your fucking ball, and I'm gonna throw it one more fucking time, and I'm not throwing it for a minute. It's fucking rude of you. Do you understand me? Punch you in the fucking neck. Give me the fucking neck thing. Now. Put it in my hand. Um, you're meant to do bigger things, basically. So let's see what the fuck you're supposed to do. Yeah, you have the King of Wands here, though, and like, yeah, explore, love, and create in the reverse. So you're going into hitman mode for whoever you are. You work for God now, and that's just what it is. You didn't know this probably prior, and um, just you got work to do. And it could be honestly on your mother. You could be somebody who has had a successful journey overcoming a parental relationship or some kind of um, leadership abuse or elderly, role model of some sort. No matter who it was, they just bullied you or they treated you unwell, and you could be somebody who actually just didn't really let this get to you. You've been picking up just unique vibes the whole time. You have very unique power or energy, and you just don't really seem to carry, honestly, a lot of like noticeable pain. Yeah, it says everything's actually created in the reverse, so you may just look at it like that. You just be very graceful because you're like, well, that's how they are, that's who they are. It's not what I created, it's what they are as a person, and so that's what you might even tell people. I feel like you're a peer coach or some kind of like leader. You're great at loving, you're great at forgiving, you're great at overcoming. Um, you could be actually hearing somebody who helps mothers or fathers that actually do want to try to understand these things, even though maybe your parent didn't. If your parent's still alive, I feel like it'll be when you inspire people that are of their kind or their age, and then they see other people basically saying, "Oh, you're somebody they can trust or listen to," then they will start to agree with that. Unfortunately, that's how it is with a narcissist. They have to go with the trend, and so at this time in your life, the narcissist they control. This whoever this person was able to control the household of people or whoever with a group of people was that you actually didn't really you just brushed off your shoulder. You didn't really let it get to you. You almost shook it off like Taylor Swift. Go the fucking lay down. But they didn't. That's what I feel like this is. This is the first message I've ever had for somebody that actually was supposed to go back and help them. I was wondering when we were gonna exactly how we are gonna do that. We've always known we're gonna help them. They just need to be able to help themselves. And so I was wondering also when that was gonna happen to you. So this was a cool read. It just says that you are actually going to go back and be more of a young charmer, and that's exactly what happens. Some other person that's exactly the same way as this person is going to think you're awesome, and that person will have some kind of seniority over wherever your elder is. If your elder is still alive, you should go see where they're at or how they're doing or what kind of facility they're involved in. This could be a huge healing thing for a lot of people. I'm also hearing some of you guys something about the grandparents, old folks, like a retirement home. You would just really bring a lot of joy to people by going in there. A lot of people would heal, and I just feel like a lot of relationships would make amends. So your purpose is very different. You're somebody who has the skills to actually teach people how to spread positivity and not to, carry problems for too long. You have a good self image. You don't look at towers like they're problems. You look at a problem like it is a pair with a solution. And you know that problem dates solution, and so you're not tripping. You know that the only reason people trip on problem is because they maybe don't have what they need to fix it fast, whether it's knowledge or funds. And so you just teach that now. You're just like, it's okay, just let's figure out is it a scale, a will, or a hill? Embrace the dark, you tell people. When people in the future want to create visions too fast and try to make things better through their hands and their own creations, you're going to actually tell them to slow down. You're going to do this yourself. If I think you already really have. I think you're a really good person inside, and I think that basically you're just being called into leadership right now. You already have shadow work in the upright, so I can't. I just feel like you already know all of this. So now you need to share it. You are going to connect with a lot of people because you almost have like a very cheerful type attitude, and you're going to bring a lot of people. You're very popular, outgoing. Yeah, you're very. It says I am present. Yeah, you're very, very, very. You're going to be very outgoing. I am present with shadow work. Yeah, you guys are going to be counselors. Some of you guys are thinking, do I want to go back to school? Do I want to expand my education? I just, you can do anything you want. Nonprofit. You can go work with felons. You can work with any type of treatments facility as long as you've had 1 year clean and sober. You can do tons and tons and tons of stuff. So you can even open up your own nonprofit organizations. So the difference between nonprofit is that you just make your own money and you just help people through advice and wisdom. You're very authentic. People are gonna love your style, whatever it is that you do. You're somebody also that doesn't care about money. You don't focus on worrying about abundance. You feel like for you, abundance would be helping people maybe find authenticity, helping people understand that they're unlimited, and finding their eternal self so that then they can manifest from the King of Wands energy. And then you tell them just do that for a little bit and not worry about love because people just want to get right into love all the time. It's always on their mind, and it's honestly the first thing that holds them back. See, obsessions and passwords. Like you can't think as soon as you get it. You're unlimited. Boom, obsession, change that quick. It's just not worth it right now. We did a little calculation last night, and it said that there was under 10,000. people that you can possibly choose to even date, and that doesn't even mean that they're single. But we have like 9,600 something that are not on fucking meds or some kind of substance. It came down to under 10,000 out of all of our billions of people. And so those are things that if you're somebody who's a logical person, I think along the way you become very emotional, and you're just gonna have to gather yourself. Emotion never wins anywhere. It doesn't. It doesn't win anywhere. It makes all of us look like we've lost our composure, and the actual body and the brain can't even receive information, function, or thrive, or even learn when we are thrown a fit. And the person looks at you like you're stupid. You feel like a whiny little baby, and we throw fits. So it just really doesn't get us anywhere at all. And you're just being asked to honestly separate yourself from people because you might have a fit throwing type of energy, and I do too. I don't necessarily know if I throw a fit exactly, but I might. But I definitely was just thinking earlier as I was cleaning that there was somebody that I could have maybe possibly mentioned something to, but I usually don't. I never do really. I just do everything I need to do, and then it's already done. And then I just like to do all my moves by myself. Because these people around you, when you try to include them in your ideas, there's a chance honestly they just go tell somebody else and try to stop you. So there's people that are around you that are not evolving, and you want to. You have King of Wands energy. You're never going to be satisfied around these people. Yeah, it's saying that even though you're in King of Wands energy, you need to be more casual. Some of you guys have. I'm just feeling like you've changed your style a little bit too much, or you're just not yourself exactly. Some of you guys actually are going right into this explore, love, and create, and you're changing your style up, and it's just saying, dude, just be chill. You already have King of Wands, and then now you're actually trying to look good or do something for this person over here that we already know brought you into this bad energy over here. This could even be an ex. Some of you guys, yeah, I just feel like some of you guys keep returning to somebody to just for the familiarization of the whole situation. You are asking somebody for advice and they're leading you purposely, I feel like, in the wrong direction. And this person's very angry inside. They cause towers for you, and they tell you to just get through it. Be strong. Embrace the dark. It says, and it tells you to get better. And why aren't you getting better? And you might even say, I am doing the best that I can. And you're being your true self, and you're obsessed with honestly maybe earning this person's trust, but this person was never planning on honestly doing shit. It says they're never evolving. They don't want you to evolve. They want you to stay small minded, and you just won't. They want you to lose your lid. Some of you guys are honestly dealing with somebody who's trying to be masculine over you, and you are just mostly losing your lid. Yeah, be authentic again. You really just want to be yourself. Maybe you already know this person is just crazy, and you just don't want to. You literally already just know that they're trying to bullshit you. Some of you guys are thinking about already leaving home. You just don't feel like. Some of you guys are questioning if the child is yours too. That you just had with somebody, you can just feel like you're getting trapped in. I don't know, somebody's getting this overwhelming sense of anxiety and you just want to move forward all of a sudden. You feel like they have a lot of similarities to their mother or even your mother, then you're just like, I don't like it. I don't like what I'm feeling here. Like when you got real close to this person, maybe actually you started to see what they were like if you shared a house together. Maybe even as a parent, they weren't that great. And those were all really big values of yours. I feel like there's a possible red beam of light on the man's chest. I never noticed that. But I've always noticed in this picture they were like very odd. Dude drinking, black kid, two white parents. Chick's over here smiling like a fucking weirdo. Their hands in her pocket. The baby's just like, whose kid am I? Dude's ranking and shit. He's not even looking at her. I'll show you in a second, but I see actually the beams of light on their bodies now. His is on his heart. which means his heart chakra is broken. He needs to say something. Like that's what I was already feeling like. And I mean, this guy is white as fuck, and he has a black child right here. I feel like maybe some of you guys are hearts, but you're just like, honestly, like I just don't believe you. Like your heart could actually truly be broken, kid or not, just because somebody that you look at, you just don't literally trust. They disgust you now. They did something so horrible that there's no undoing it for you. Hers is in her throat, and so obviously she needs to say something. And the baby's stomach is in the tummy, needs food. These people have not fed their kid stomach, but yeah, it's probably uneasy, honestly, from feeling the tension from the parents. And honestly, maybe it doesn't feel like it's in the right house. Like they took this kid from the hospital or something. I was just like, look, baby, we're gonna be a family. Be like, dear sweet Jesus, he's like, I'm gonna rate the yard, honey. Are you sure? She's like, it's ours. He's like, are you? She's like, it's ours, honey. Like, okay, just go ahead and don't put your name on the birth certificate, sir, because as long as it's not on there when you sign that baby, don't. If as long as you guys don't sign a baby, you don't have to pay child support until they try to do their best to make you go get paternity. Um, but you don't even have to deal with that shit. I guess in a technical bad way. Um, uh, but as long as you put your name on that paper at that birth room, you are going to be paying child support as long until like it's proven otherwise. Some of you guys are being asked to maybe go and check and see if the kid's been yours because some of you guys are struggling a little with them with money, and you might even find out that one or even all of the kids were never yours and you've been paying this whole time. And some of you guys actually are being threatened already while somebody's pregnant that they're going to do this and they're going to do that, and so I don't know what the laws are in your state, but honestly, you might really just sit down and think about it wherever you guys are at with this pregnancy and really just take a look at this and just be like, this is really what we're going to be dealing with for the next fucking 2 decades. Somebody that's threatening you already in the first trimester for some of you guys, and you are just feeling anxious. Some of you guys found out that you might be having a baby with somebody. I do think you are. And this person seems like they're already real dramatic with shit. They already tell you like, "Oh fuck you, motherfucker," you know. They're not kidding, and you're like, "Oh shit, dude." I would really be careful about whatever you say or respond to this person. You need to look up the state laws and just see what it is about, like how that goes. I feel like I'm walking like my grandma Karen. Looks like this. Like literally, I haven't. This is my first weedie of the year, and I obviously looks great. But yeah. Yes, next time I'll do my switches. It's going well, except for that stupid ass ugly dude over there. I mean, I'm surrounded by idiots. They're fine. She's fucking weirder than me. I'm pretty fucking weird, bro. Fucking cuckoo brain. Alright, dude, and fucking, I don't know. That dude and his fucking mother literally stand right at the fucking porch for some fucking weird reason. And they walk all the way to the fence, and they literally, it looks like they're staring right at me. So I went and grabbed my damn binoculars earlier. I stared right back, and I see them like tune in. Yeah, bitch, what the fuck are you talking about? Why are you even noticing where I'm at? Exactly what I thought. She's probably like, 911, we have an emergency. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? What's wrong with you? neighbor, Baldy, they're cool. He's so funny. He's out there mowing with his son. He's got gloves, latex gloves on. Oh well, he paid for 5 trees to get shut your mouth. 5 trees to get cut down professionally. Cost for full wash. Then climb up to the top and chop those bitches down. I'm glad they did because I've had two fall in my house already, and you should see the insurance report. It says it was an act of Jesus that the tree fell. I mean, we all hope so. And actually, the trees are hollow on the inside in some places. These ones were. It looked like a lightning bolt hit them, but it's actually one of them was earwigs, and the other one, I don't know what it was. I don't know if there was anything at all. But this one over here in the it was from the neighbor's yard, came this way, dude. Oh my god, it was like fucking an earwig mansion all the way. It was thousands of them. We just chainsawed that shit up. Luckily, the house is built very strong. It just bit my rain gutter actually, surprisingly, and it was like on the house, both of them. It's crazy. Got lucky. I don't know what another one. So I don't know if how much longer I can wait. I see though that some of you guys are really doubting the future with somebody external masculine. You have two masculines now, and self-realization. I feel like you're fighting yourself back and forth on what you have realized and what you don't want to see. You have. I just feel like a lot of two are made for some of you. It's not just like getting that news that whatever the fuck happened. Like there's something that's going to change in your life that is just not really settling well with whoever you are. uh, you're feeling like you're ready to explode for some of you guys. Um, but really, honestly, until you sit down and really just calmly evaluate the situation and you're understanding truly like that none of us can get into anything without us being a part of it, period. And as much as it sucks and it hurts, and even for some people, it's even a more bigger deal because maybe you're against actually looking inward. That's the thing. A lot of people just don't. They just don't do that. Whether it's in your sign or it's actually a mental disorder. It could be also an addiction you struggle with. Could be somebody that a third party in your ear just telling you no, that you're fine, and who gives a fuck what they say. All these things. Honestly, they just change a lot about everything, and that's why they're being taken out of your life. Some of you guys are going somewhere that's going to be very quiet and all focused on you, and this is not something that you've ever really wanted to do or even found necessary to do for some of you guys, but it obviously is here, so it needs to happen. You need to start making sure that you don't end up in situations like this again. I feel like that's you need to, since everything is as you've created, and it's time to embrace the dark. It's time to be present. It's time to be real with yourself. Like this soul satisfaction thing too. Maybe some of you guys wanted to be with somebody who already had a child that was somebody else's, and you really wanted so much to like be a family with that person. But I'm just feeling like somebody could have possibly just like tried to maybe knock the other person out of the picture. Um, with this here, that could be why there's all this going on in the picture. I do feel like the unicorn stands behind the male in this image, so whoever uh, is baby daddy or more masculine, either way it could go. I feel like this girl has something she's not saying with her hands in her pocket too. So one of you guys needs to speak up, and maybe you know that, and that's what's making you about to literally flip out. You need to step away. Somebody's assessing this situation from afar. There's mutual energy here. You're about to have a big realization. somebody else maybe wants some answers too, not just you. And there's a feminine energy over here, so we have two different genders here. We have a feminine and a masculine, and it does look like in the end, the feminine is you will have this realization. So that's good. There's a girl standing here, so dude. So that's good. Doesn't so that means that you're not gonna find something out that you don't like. It means that this person may actually realize what they came to realize. It's gonna hurt them. They're gonna start to feel split, and torn. Whoever it is, they're not gonna want to fucking realize this. Uh, Nobody does. Some of you guys almost are getting those vibes of like Halle Berry when she goes in to Gothica and they're asking her if she knows if she kills her husband. Like maybe you blacked out and did something and you just really don't fucking remember. But you're gonna have to actually go back and forth with a memory. It's almost as bad as like if you heard that your husband was dead or something and you had to like you'd have to hear it and then you're like, wait, what? And you kept going no and back and forth. Like this is like a no, yes, no, yes. This is a very powerful realization. Some of you guys are dealing with obsessions that you have over somebody that honestly have maybe gotten a little bit out of control. Your soul's gonna heal now. You need to align with yourself. You need to see your true colors. Some of you guys have been so focused on another person that honestly you don't know who yourself is anymore. Yeah, you don't maybe think you're beautiful. Maybe you look to other people for protection. You don't take care of yourself anymore. You haven't done anything to nurture yourself in a long time. You have the Ten of Pentacles here coming, and the Ten of Pentacles is a different kind of life than you have right here. It's even better life. You may not think it's better, but maybe what you thought you wanted, maybe it wasn't really. Well, for one, chapter's in, and you've been in this for how long? You're somebody who's trying to force your way into somebody else's fucking life, whether it is a lover of yours, a friend of yours. I mean, literally, the password is on the back here. So, when you gotta try that hard, honestly, it's just not really worth it. It's not working. They're walking away from you, too. This person isn't resisting. They're literally trying to walk out of your life. And you're trying to maybe even hack them for whatever you are. So that's a card that talks about naming off a piece of fruit. Basically, it's a game, but it's saying if somebody hesitates, then they're out. And so I just feel like for you, that will be when you're starting to question somebody about what they've been up to, if they've been true to you. The minute they start to hesitate is where you're going to find out where they are struggling. Um, and I would continue to try to go with it if you can. If you're not somebody who can deal with conversations, I cannot. I actually don't do well at all. I definitely do whatever I want, anywhere I am. I pretty much literally get kicked out of everywhere. And I will absolutely do what I want. And then I just pay very close attention to their body language and how they act, and I know pretty much every time when they're gonna drop the bomb. I'm really big on telling them if they're gonna like let me go of any place, just fucking text me and just let me know to pack my shit the day before. I'll never find her. I know I'm a villain, so I'll just leave. But a lot of people, man, they want you to be right there, and they want to be in front of your face, and they want to have this fucking dumb, excruciating talk with you. And some of us are just not for that shit. I'm not for that shit. I can totally actually be like, my bad, dude. I know I did it. I would be like, yep, I did know that I was gonna do it, and I would definitely probably do it again. That's just the end of it. So we are somebody that's going to do whatever the fuck we're going to do, and that's the end of it. So in this chapter, we're just going to have to be more honest, and don't let anybody have any secrets in this chapter. Don't hold anything back from anyone in this chapter, and you just definitely be nice to be your true self, because some of you guys got caught up in a relationship with somebody now that you maybe even have a kid with coming on or something. I do hear though that if you asked your family about what they would want to do, I don't know. I just feel like your family would celebrate this baby. And I feel like if you would stop letting your emotions overpower your intelligence and stuff, actually, I think no matter what, this is going to change you if you do decide to keep the child. And I think you'll end up being the custodial parent and raising it. Because this person, I don't think they're going to actually want too much to do with the kid when it's born. This was all really to get your attention. And that's what's bothering me about this, is because you thought you were, your family is traditional when it comes to things. Maybe you have a wonderful, beautiful family. So I just feel like, that's probably why you're scared to tell me. But I would still tell them. I feel like you are also religious for wherever you are possibly, and it would not be. It's like tearing you up because it would go against everything. So just keep the baby and just be graceful and know that in court, if you want to win, the only thing you have to do is just basically label the baby's schedule from night, morning to night. Say I'm the best fit parent because I wake up with little Tammy. I feed him his bottle, 5 ounces. He's so cute. He barely even wakes in the night. I just love being there with him. I burp him after he's done. I take him to the doctor. He's doing well. He's grown already 2 pounds. Blah blah blah. You're looking to talk about the baby schedule day to night. That's it. If you want to talk about the bitch, go the fuck to civil court or divorce court. That's a whole different room. Nobody in the custody room is there for any adults whatsoever. It's actually all for the children. And so if you guys start talking back and forth shit, they will actually just deem both of you guys as immature parents and even sometimes make you go to a mediator. And a mediator is not somebody who helps you make a decision, it's somebody that you pay to go see so that you guys can argue in front of them and then they still can't give you legal advice. So some of you guys are going to end up in this big old shit show fuck thing. And you're way more mature than that. All you need to know is what is the baby's schedule from morning to night. That's it. That's it. Does he have any allergies? If they're a kid who's bigger than a baby, you say, um, same thing, morning to night, and then you say, um, whatever sports they're involved in, whatever, however they're doing in school, and you never want to talk ill about the other parent, and it takes 60 days for you to reprogram any brain. So if you know that you're going to leave somebody, or there's a custody paper like a divorce, anything, parenting plan you're about to drop, you might start a 90-day pre thing because you're going to want to make sure every single person that you speak to and are around during that 90 days, you're very, very positive. You don't speak ill of the other people. You never speak ill of the other person in front of the children. And you're also going to need some time away from the person if you're moving out to basically kind of get a storage unit and start packing things and putting things away without them noticing because you have to have this all just really well played out because when court hits, normally, you might fear, is this person going to win? No, not if you do everything correctly. Not if you do everything smooth. You could do things where you maybe once a week start pampering your lover. Make them feel even like you're pampering them. Make them feel like you get them a spa day or something, and it's all about them. Do whatever you need to do to honestly have that space that you need. Some of you guys know that every time this person's around, when you're with your family or your kids, they ruin it. And so you don't want any of those memories in your 90-day program because you're actually trying to actually win this case. So the reason why you have to clear that 90 days out is because when the guardian ad litems, which are your kids as lawyers, not yours, um, or CPS, or if there's any type of teachers or anybody wants to just kind of know how the kids are doing or if they have any type of symptoms or effects, they were going to say, how's everything going? And in 60 days, they will have a new program no matter what. So if they only remember what you said is positive, they will actually return to those last 6 days and be like, yeah, dad's doing great, mom's doing great. Whatever it is that happened, they're going to remember that. And they're not going to be able to not show that emotion on their face. And that's what those people are trained to do. So just be your true self and be positive and just know that they don't want to hear anything about yourself. They want to hear what do the kids do from the time they wake up to the time they go to sleep. So it's simple. And we don't really know that for a lot of us that lost. But if we could do anything, it'd be help you guys, that before too. Um, it's simple. You just literally talk about kids, and you need to be in there handshaking those teachers and those doctors Also, you need to make sure that you guys, if you're somebody who's dealing with somebody who has medical stuff right now, you actually are very close to one of your family members. It could even be their like next of kin or even somebody who cares for them um, right now regularly. You need them to sign some kind of paper that says that you can actually access their medical information once they pass. Because if that paper's not there, they won't give you any more information once they enter that fucking hospital. Okay? So there's a lot of different like things like that you need to know. Some of you guys are about to check in, I see, into like more of a mature energy and depression here. Somebody's going to go through a real big depression. Somebody else is going to have a lot of balance. And it's because, honestly, this amount of I replay our conversations over and over in the reverse. You're like, I don't know more. I don't. You're like, I actually found closure on that matter. I don't. You're like, you slandered my name. You literally put me down. You're like, I don't choose when I say goodbye, but what you did to me was goodbye to do that. Seven of Cups in the reverse. I'm glad about that. People that used to be able to access you and take things from you no longer can anymore. They don't know you anymore. You're not around them anymore. And you may have just actually dealt with these people. They can't just go around saying whatever they want and doing whatever they want. I'm starting to understand our connection in the reverse. They're still confused. They're still angry. They're still blaming you. They have a fear of actually just being vulnerable and getting to know themselves, and that's not your problem. Yeah, they have a huge depression here. Because their life, these strings for you equal balance, but for them, that was all the people that were dangling. They were puppeting everybody. And they don't realize that even though we're telling them right to their face, man, don't keep doing that, dude. You better stop. Like, what are you doing? You know, and then you totally figure it out. We totally figure it out. Like, bro, it's okay. We'll, we'll deal with it. Or you won't. You're either a boss or you're a bitch. So it's your choice. You have to get your shit done though around the property. You can't just be like lounging around. And if you're worried about your hair and your makeup and your shoes and all that shit, you can't do it all the time. Um, Some of you guys need to also look at how you treat your partners. If you are kind, if you're a liar, if it doesn't matter what the fuck you say. Some people are real 3D right now. They sit there and lie like a fucking dumbass fountain of butthole. And it's so ugly to look at. It's so immature too. It's like obviously even them talking to another person would know that they were being lied to, but yet they still do it to us. And so it's like I guess once again you're just gonna have to actually limit how much you talk to somebody. Somebody's just straight lying to you all the time. Like, let's go downstairs and do something. We might start a fire. We think we will. We'll go down and do a little bit more work. Ow! I feel like an old lady. Oh, I was gonna bring the shop back down. Maybe I was thinking about the pool. You can check it out. We can check it out. I'm not gonna do the I like fire too. Because it's beautiful. I love anything nature. Okay, we're gonna be working, I think. No, we're gonna do this over here by the flower. By the flower garden. By the flower. I have a feeling I'm gonna like hang out here. I've never really done that. Ooh, got a fire going. Oh yeah. Oh, Nancy. We did all already. That's right, motherfuckers. my thighs. They're like, I don't know, I feel like yeah, it says introspective. It's just that time. I lost my mind. I'll show you because you're my best friend. Uh-oh. What did they throw you? Are you okay, guys? You drinking? Jeez. Okay. Sorry, guys. I'll put you over here. It's windy a little bit. Okay. I asked for a weed eater for my birthday, and then a chainsaw for my birthday tomorrow. I'm not in a normal room. They try to bring me some necklace or something or whatever. I'm just like, we're gonna try something too. Never tried. Well, I got to try a little bit of one, but it was a badass one. It was like one of those Home Depot ones. A skill set. I have a couple skill sets. We're gonna try some of those this year. Um, we may cut down my side of the tree. I was just gonna cut my side of the trees down just because I like to chainsaw. Not tear it down. Those ones are gonna be really big bird. We might burn fucking hole. It's a big fight. That would be a big fight. But I screwed up. I got those from the neighbor when he moved out. And I was gonna do some lifted gardens with it. Now I'm gonna do the gardens inside. And that's it. Yeah, I would definitely get an electric chainsaw. It's nice. I was like, oh, I want to get one. I definitely would never record it anything. They don't give me a recorded ass shit that you take in the yard. That's stupid. I will never be proud of it. If you're a man who ever is pushing a corded thing around in the yard, you should be ashamed of yourself. Okay? Because I'm ashamed of you now. Yeah, the charger ones, they work really good. So we'll do a little pressure washing. I'm gonna do the deck in the house, but I don't know if we'll do it yet. But for the charger ones, it's just easy. Just pop it on, and it's just it's way more convenient than having to mix your gas, the two cycle gas and all that shit. So we'll mess around with a little bit with the chainsaws this year. I'll show you guys how to use those with whatever fucking skills I got. You guys always usually get pretty scared whenever I start pulling out the tools. Garbage day. Make sure, guys, this garbage is rolled out. And if you guys want to do any staining or anything like that, it's a good time to do that. Go lay down. I'll be back in a little bit.